What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? I am here. Here I come. What's going on, everybody? Let me take this banner off. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. All right. Notification must have went out because we got a room full of people. Let me say hi. Let me do my roll call. Hey, Dominique. What's up? Six Sad World. What pulls my teeth? Brandon. Hey, Ebbs. Hey, Boo. Abby, can you do me a favor? Can you pull Yocrates? Can you pull y'all's link for his channel, please? And put it in the chat for me, please. Listen. Oh, you getting ready for rehearsal. Oh, if you don't have time to do it, that's fine. I'll pull it. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Cindy. It's me, D, Diva One. Hey, Boo. Hey, Diamond Pearl. Carolyn. DL Hughley just posted a video on his channel. Oh, Lord. Now I got to go see the video. Hey, Creative Diva. What's up, Raven? Can you do a quick rundown on the Monique DL situation? I've been busy the past few days. I don't know what's going on with them. Well, we're going to talk. Hey, Jalen. I miss you, too. I was hoping to see you yesterday, but I know why you didn't come. Shelly told me why you didn't come. Hey, Still Standing. Hey, Kervixen, Jonathan. We're going to talk about the DL situation. Hold on. Let me go over here and see. Somebody just told me that he done posted a video, child. Let me see what he's talking about, child. Let me go on over here to DL's Instagram page and see what he's talking about, honey. Hey, Miss T. What's going on, babes? All right, DL Hughley. I don't see no video. He posted it on his Instagram. I just see I see a video where he posted about the school shooting. I don't see a video on his Instagram. Where was it posted? Is it not posted on his Instagram? Let me go to the Shade Room. It'll be on the Shade Room, child. Hold on, let me see. No. No. I don't see it. I don't know. You have to let me know where it is because I don't see a video on his Instagram. But we're going to go ahead and go with what we have, child. What's up, Anton? Hey, what's up, Star? Mwah, how you doing? If you could put it in the chat and tell me where I can find this video or just tell me what to say. Because I don't see it. I went to his Instagram. I went to the Shade Room. I don't see anything. So we're going to keep rolling. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. I don't have a. First of all, tonight we will be doing the Whether You Like It or Not panel. This week it'll be on Yocrates' channel, and I will drop his link before we get out of here. Sisters and comment. It's on his YouTube channel. Child, these people had too many different medias. Cause I know I'm not subscribed to his YouTube channel. I was barely subscribed to his Instagram. Hold on, let me see. I don't see. I do not see a DL Hughley YouTube channel. I put his name in. Did I spell it? I spelled it right. I see all this other stuff coming up with DL Hughley, but I don't see that he has his own channel. Hey, Senses and comment. I don't see. Hey, Lauren. I don't want to get too distracted, y'all, but I don't see it. I put in DL Hughley. All these videos pop up of DL Hughley, but I don't see a DL Hughley YouTube page. I don't see it. Okay, thank you, Abby. This is Yocrates' channel. This is where we're gonna be tonight. For our Whether You Like It or Not panel. We will be discussing Basketball Wives only because, as you know, there wasn't a new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's up, y'all? Oh, I was just telling you, put YouTube behind his name when you search it. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Diva. Okay. Found it. Okay, hold on. DL Hughley YouTube. Okay. Okay, I do see it now. Okay. Oh Lord. From Queen of Comedy to Queen of Ashes. That looked like something I can look at later, child. Yeah, that's the link, you guys. Set your reminder. We will be there 9:15 Eastern Standard Time on Yocrates's channel. And like I said, it'll be Basketball Wives. You be following DL on the Bluebird app, and he been talking about the shooting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he posted on his Instagram, but it does look like it's a video. I don't think it's going. I mean, I'll look if it's something to talk, because it's 7 minutes long. I'm not gonna put y'all on hold for 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm not about to put y'all on hold for 7 minutes. It looks like he just talked. It looks like it's a clip from his show with him talking about it.
You proceeded to assault my sexuality. You have the temerity to assault someone's sexuality, a man's sexuality, given who you lay next to. None of that had anything to do with alleged contract dispute. You could have taken that up with a lawyer. You would have gotten out. You could have not gone on stage, but you knew you didn't have a valid contract. And you do what you always have done. You tried to weaponize black femininity. You tried to turn that audience against me. You tried to burn everything down. Like you do all the time. Who calls Netflix and thinks I can get $10 million because I did the Queens of Comedy? Who thinks you can get on stage and still live off that? I was a king of comedy. You never hear me talking about it because in this business, like any other, it isn't what you have done, it's what you do. That show was one I signed on to do. I made the quintessential mistake, the horrible mistake that like Tyler Perry, like Lee Daniels, like Oprah, like all these people of saying yes to you. And it is an occupational hazard. It is my fault. I have learned my lesson.
All right, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I knew that he was going to talk about on his radio show. I knew he was. So that's what it looks like. It looks like it's a clip from his radio show this morning. I'll go back and look at it when I get off of here. It's 7 minutes long. I'm not going to replay 7 minutes. And I'm not going to put y'all on hold for 7 minutes while I go listen to it. But if it is something worth repeating, y'all know I'll do a quick drop. But for the people that I see, Miss T says she wants my opinion on it. And I know somebody else asked me to give the rundown of what happened. So, yeah, we'll get into it. We're going to get into it. I absolutely. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. But first of all, before I go any further, I do want everybody to go ahead. If you are not subscribed to y'all, please go subscribe to Yocrates. His link is up here and it's in the chat twice. Y'all, you are a moderator, so I know you might be busy getting ready for the live, but if you want to keep dropping it periodically, you can. You're a moderator. You can handle it. But y'all make sure that y'all set y'all reminders. We will be over there at 9:15. And y'all know how we cut up. And listen, here's what's funny. For those of you who watch us every week, y'all know that Yocrates has a habit of when he get in his feelings or he want to throw one of his little tantrums, what does he do? He leaves the panel and he goes in the chat and he starts talking shit. Well, guess what? You hosting this week. You can't leave the panel and go start talking shit. You can't leave. Anyway. But we're going to have a good time, y'all. Because I got some things to say about this episode of Basketball Wives. So we're going to have a good time. Now, y'all want to start with Monique and DL and just get it over with? Are y'all done talking about them? Do y'all want to just get this over with and just do the... Let's just do it. Because I ain't going to spend all night on DL and Monique. Because I already gave too much energy to the DL Monique, but they just keep adding new information. And I do want to address the new information because yesterday, I went live early yesterday, and that was before everybody was dropping contracts and deal memos and all that other stuff. So I'm gonna give y'all the update. I did a quick drop, but I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel because I still feel the same way I felt yesterday. I'm just gonna be honest about the matter. Who said he can't lead the panel? I mean, I guess technically he can. Did you enjoy your Memorial Day? I did. I had a good time. I posted a members only video. So if you haven't looked at it, I know Abby's looked at it. I know Quintessential. A few people left comments, so I know a couple of people have. But I did a video on members only. That's myself, and my cousins, and my one cousin. That's who I'm going to France with this summer. My cousin Shelly, she's in the video. That's who I'm going to France with this summer. And then it was her son and her son's girlfriend. So we did a little video for y'all. Yes, over on, I told y'all I was gonna give y'all something on members only. I forgot to upload it last night because by the time I got home, I was tired and I forgot to upload it. But and then I couldn't do it from work, so I uploaded it when I got home. So it's up there. If you're a member, y'all just go check. If you didn't get the notification, just go check. It's up there. I ain't see the episode of Heifer and Hoops Dream. Shout out to Alexandra Rogers. Oh, I don't like DL or Monique, so defending him has been exhausted. Child, listen. And that's the funny thing. Contrary to popular belief, I think people think that I'm a DL Hughley fan. I'm not. I don't have no beef with him. Let's be clear. I don't have no beef with DL. But if I was to list my favorite comedians, he probably wouldn't make the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But my issue, okay, let me tell y'all what happened. Okay. For the people who don't know any of it, I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown and then we're gonna talk. There was a concert this weekend sponsored by a local radio station up in Detroit. Monique went out on stage, unbeknownst to anybody in the audience what was going on backstage. Ain't nobody know what was going on backstage. Monique came out on stage and she proceeded to cuss DL Hughley out within she cussed that man up one side and down the other. Called him all kinds of MF is this and MF is that. She questioned his sexuality, talking about, does the DL stand for something? What does the DL stand for? And then, of course, she turned it into a woman's empowerment moment. That's why she fights so hard. That's why she works so hard, because ain't nobody going to take advantage of her. Ain't nobody going to treat her wrong. And this is why what she does. Exactly, y'all. Now, he is a great, he's great on the fly. Like, DL Hughley is great on the fly of like just roasting the hell out of an audience. So what we found out after the fact is that there was a contract dispute as far as who was supposed to go on last. Because of course we know that when you go on last, that's basically the star of the show. Whoever is the last person to go on usually gets more time, and they're usually the star of the show. So basically Monique was telling DL to post his contract, and when he posted his contract, she would post her contract, because she had a signed contract saying she was supposed to go on last, that she was the headliner and she was supposed to go on last. Now, yesterday morning, nobody had posted any paperwork, so my attitude about it was, you going on, like, my attitude was, I don't know whose paperwork said what. Both of them could very well have paperwork, because I always say from the beginning, this is on the promoters, and I still feel like this is on the promoters. Yeah, Creative Diva Child. Go. I did a video on it. My quick drop video that I did on it, I showed y'all. I played a clip. You can hear Monique cussing and everything else. I played a clip of what Monique said. It's only a clip of a child. So, right. So DL Hughley posted, I think probably Sunday morning, Saturday night. Basically, his response to Monique was, girl, check the tickets. Check the order. He posted like a picture of the flyer, and he posted the order, and on the sheet, the order, it showed him going on last. He was like, the tickets show him going on, show that he was the star. And then the flyer that I saw, it said starring DL Hughley and Monique, but DL Hughley was bigger on the flyer. Those are all subtle things that we all know go to marketing that lets you know who's the star, who's not, and all of that, right? That's that subtle stuff. So when DL Hughley posted that, Monique was like, don't post no tickets. Post your contract, because I have a signed contract. You don't, I bet you can't post no signed contract. So DL Hughley posts what we found out was a deal memo. And in the deal memo, it said that he was the headliner. He was supposed to make more than everybody else, and he was supposed to go on last. Monique said, a deal memo is not a contract. Here's my contract, and it is signed. And it says that I was supposed to go on last, and I'm the headliner. Now, and Monique posted it, and it was signed. Now, here's where stuff gets a little blurry. I'm not getting in the weeds, okay? There are people out here playing Inspector Gadgets, and they are really getting into the weeds. I ain't getting into all the weeds, but I'm going to tell y'all this. First of all, what they said happened backstage was that DL Hughley refused to go on. And that is how Monique and DL got into, I guess, a verbal sparring behind stage, and they was probably cussing each other out. They was probably calling each other all kinds of MFers this and MFers that. They was probably paying the dozens and everything else, because that's what people do. They was probably arguing and they got into it. So don't do your pappy dirty. Yes, head on over to you know what, I'm gonna post some Avon, some Father's Day gifts y'all can get off of Avon. Y'all gotta order it now though. I'm gonna post some stuff. Cause yeah, don't do your pappy dirty, y'all. Y'all get your pappy together for Father's Day, okay? We do our pappies dirty. The contract, that's okay. We're gonna get to that powerful. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I lost my train of thought. So they posted their contracts. So here's okay. Oh, no, that's where I left off. So they were backstage cussing each other out, and that I 100% believe. I 100% believe that they was backstage cussing each other out, right? Because when Monique came on the stage, Monique was still pissed off, and she proceeded to let the whole audience know what was going on. I'm sorry. She proceeded to let the whole audience know what had happened backstage, and that's why she was still cussing D.L. Hughley out. So now here's where the stuff gets a little getting in the woods. Monique's contract, the signed contract, is from her actual management company. So what it looks like, and I am not an entertainment lawyer. I don't know nothing about this entertainment contracts and business. I ain't even gonna front. I don't know. But what it looks like from where I'm sitting, I'm a novice. Where I'm sitting, it looks like the contract was sent to the promoters, and it was probably her standard contract of what she asked for at every show. And the promoters, I guess, could either sign off on that contract and say, yep, that's cool, everything looks good, or they have their own contract that they would send over to her saying, nah, we made some changes. This is the contract that we made some changes to. Oh, his video says they never supposed to see. Now we starting to get all this different information, because I heard on the video that they was backstage, that he refused to go on stage. So that's even worse for me, because at first I was like, well, if they was backstage cussing each other out, maybe she ain't had time to cool off, and if she was just still raw. I still don't think she was right for doing it, but I'm trying to help people out here. But if they never actually spoke to each other, DL was in his dressing room and she was in her dressing room, and he was just like, well, I'm not going on stage, then at the end of the day, they played chicken and he won. It was, okay, who's going to jump out the car first? If I'm not going on stage and you ain't going on stage, we just going to sit here until somebody decide they're going to do something. And I guess y'all played chicken and he won. Shit. But, so that's interesting that the signed contract, and I ain't gonna do that, the signed contract by her, the letterhead has her management company, which means that the contract came from her management company, not from the promoters. Now, D.L. Hughley, the letterhead on his is the promoters, but it's a deal memo. It's not an actual contract, and there was no signature. That doesn't mean that D.L. Hughley doesn't have a contract. That means that he didn't post it. Now, Monique is saying that she knows he doesn't have a signed contract because the promoters told her that he doesn't have a signed contract. But neither here nor there. Now, if you look at a couple of people have done the research, and D.L. Hughley's name is actually listed on that deal memo, and they even had a phone number. Child, I know he had to change his number, because I'd heard 3 or 4 people say they didn't call that number, and you actually could talk to D.L. Hughley if you are interested in booking D.L. Hughley for a gig. You call that number, and it is legit his management company, right? So, because he's listed as president and CEO, he will be listed as president and CEO. That don't mean you're going to get D.L. Hughley on the phone. That means you can call that number and you can talk to somebody about booking D.L. Hughley, okay? But that's another conversation. Now, the other thing that I thought was interesting was the dates are different. Monique's contract is a day before D.L. Hughley's deal memo. So what I find interesting is this. did the promoters reject DL Hughley's deal memo because it came in a day after? So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. But I'm gonna go back to the original statement I made. This is what I have maintained from the beginning. Now, a lot of y'all, and when I say y'all, you know, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people in my comments, because child, they've been coming for me in the comments. Oh Lord, they've been coming for me. Y'all keep trying to make this about so much other shit that it ain't about. My issue with this situation is how Monique chose to handle it. What's up, Tabitha? Hey, boo. My issue is how Monique chose to handle it. Monique can be as right can be, but her whole message is gone the minute she came out on stage and started cussing that man out. And I don't care what nobody say. That's how I feel about it. Y'all can tell me about what Monique talked about. What DL Hughley been talking about Monique, and DL Hughley's been making pot shots at Monique. Okay. Y'all can tell me about, oh, well, Monique wasn't wrong about what happened with Lee Daniels, and Monique this and Monique that. I mean, okay, listen, y'all can have y'all opinion all day long, but let me tell you, as somebody who has been in management and I've had to deal with people, I worked for the union. I've been in management. And let me tell you something, you can be right all day long, but if the way you handled it was wrong, it's nothing I can do for you. I have had teachers cuss their principals out. Now, they were right. When I got to the heart of the issue, they were absolutely correct in what happened. But you didn't cuss your boss out, so now we've got another problem to deal with, because you can't run around cussing your boss out. Now, I didn't say D.L. Hughley was her boss, but I'm saying there's a way that you handle it. What's up, Retro? Hey, what's up? And that's been my issue from the beginning. Y'all, and again, when I say y'all, I'm talking about Monique's stands. Y'all been making this about shit that it ain't about. I could care less about, because at this point, I'm sick of Precious. I'm sick of Lee Daniels. I'm sick of Tyler Perry. I'm sick of Monique and all of her beefs. I'm sick of the Netflix beef. I don't care anymore. I've said what I had to say about it, and that's how I feel, and we can all feel differently about it. I was on Monique's side about the bonnets. Y'all gave me hell about that. Y'all didn't have the same people that's coming at me now about how I feel about this. Y'all didn't have nothing to say when I was defending Monique about the bonnets. People was cussing me out about them bonnets. Hell, Abby didn't cuss me out about them bonnets. But I still feel the way I feel, and I ain't going to change how I feel about it. I agree with Monique about the bonnets. So, listen, I'm not one of those people that if I don't like you, I just don't never like you. I don't dislike Monique. I want to see her win. She don't want to see herself win. Because she keeps shooting herself in the foot, and that's how I feel about it. That is my opinion. He obviously has some sort of contract agreement. He got everything outlined in the unsigned memo, yet her contract was not honored. I'll take the unsigned memo. Listen, that's what I said too. I said, at the end of the day, whatever he had stood up. Now, she said that she went on stage and she just gave in because it wasn't the fans' fault and she didn't want to leave her fans hanging. But my thing is, but you didn't have no problem leaving your fans hanging because you spent the first 10, 15 minutes of your set cussing him out. You didn't have no problem doing that to your fans. Because when you looked at the lineup thing that D.L. Hughley posted, they got the same amount of time on stage. So it does look like that both of them were co-headliners. But like I said yesterday, you can be a co-headliner, but somebody still got to go first. You can be a co-headliner all day long. We are both stars of the show, but we can't go on at the same time. We just can't do it. So just because you were also a co-headliner, y'all got the same amount of time. Both of them got 45 minutes to do their set. Both of them got 45 minutes to do their set. D.L. Hughley just went on last. So you didn't get shortchanged as far as that's concerned. And listen, I looked at Ricky Smiley did a video today on his live. He said it's really bothering him because he said that, you know, D.L. Hughley is one of his mentors. He said, but him and Monique used to do, they came into comedy around the same time. So they used to play a lot of the same, you know, hole in the wall joints, and they have a friendship. So, and that's exactly retro. That's exactly what Ricky Smiley said. Ricky Smiley said, he said that's happened to him before. He said, it happened to him with him and Bruce. He said it happened to him one time with him and Bruce. And he said he went to Bruce dressing room, and he was like, "How you want to handle it? What you want to do?" And Bruce was like, "Man, I'll go first because I can go home." He was like, "I'll go first so I can get out of here." Ricky Smiley said there have been times when the promoters have screwed it up, and he ended up having to host and do his set. And when when you hosting the show, you go on first. And Ricky Smiley said, "Well, I just went on first, and I hosted the rest of the night, and I did what I did." He said, "Because it didn't change my money. My money doesn't change." And he said that there have been times where he had to deal with people and their egos, and he didn't call no names, but he said, "I've dealt with comedians where the promoter had screwed stuff up and they didn't want to budge, and so I just gave in." He said, "Because at the end of the day, number one, my money didn't change, and number two, I just made sure that I was funny as hell, because I'm going to make it hard for you to have to come behind me. How about that? I'm going to try to be the funniest that I know how to be and make it hard as hell for you to have to come behind me." So again, I hear what everybody's saying that want a cape for Monique, and that is fine. Y'all keep wanting to go left. Y'all keep wanting to take side roads and dirt roads. Y'all not following the GPS. The GPS told you to keep straight, and you made a left, and now you got to come all the way back around. Because all I'm saying is Monique can be as right as she wants to be, but her message is lost the minute she go out on stage and she did what she did. For me, her message is lost. For me. And what it sounds like after we've seen all of these evidence and contracts and deal memos and all of that, it sounds like your beef is with the promoter and not him. Your beef is with the promoter. Sometimes it's worth conceding to certain things to protect your peace. She just let her emotions take control. I haven't seen anything from Bruce and well, yeah, but I think this was probably when Bruce was, whatever. I agree with you. Her delivery is all wrong. She is shooting herself in the foot more than she knows. I've been where she is, and trust me, it doesn't end well. Right. I mean, you were just kind of coming up from under, you got the role with 50 Cent. Lee Daniels put him in your new movie. Y'all didn't apologize on stage. He didn't apologize. Like, girl, you was winning. Like, you were winning, Mo. 2022 was working. 2022 was moving in your direction. It's like Essence Festival. I said that yesterday, Tracy. When I went to Essence, you had everybody on there. When I went to Essence, it's 3 nights of concerts, and everybody that I saw could, for the most part. I mean, of course, you have some smaller artists that they go on first, right? But the later it gets in the night, like probably the last 4 artists that go on every night, all of them have headline tours. All of them command money. The night that I saw, I think the first night, Mary J. Blige was the headliner. She was the last person to perform. The second night, it was Prince. He was the last person to perform. The third night, it was Lionel Richie. He was the last person to perform. But everybody that went before them for like the last, maybe like the 3 or 4 people that performed before them, all of them command stages. It was Erykah Badu. It was Jill Scott. It was the Isley Brothers. It was, who was it? It was somebody else that was the, oh shoot, off the top of my head, I'm losing it now. And of course you had some smaller artists who were there, the Roots, Common, Janelle Monáe, who else was there? It was somebody else that was there with Prince, that went before Prince. Janelle Monáe performed, but somebody else performed before, after her. But she performed it and somebody performed after her, but before Prince. But they were a headliner. Like, these are all people that could headline their own shows. Hell, the Isley Brothers went before Lionel Richie. Are you serious right now? The Isley Brothers went before Lionel Richie. Like, stop it. Hey, Jonathan. She's her own worst enemy. Every time she pulls a stunt like this, it proves everyone right. Exactly. I just have an issue processing emotion-driven arguments, so the Monique thing makes my head hurt. Argue with the people who actually messed up. Exactly. So does that get everybody caught up on the whole Monique situation? Now, like I said, I'll listen to what D.L. Hughley said. He posted a 7-minute video on his YouTube channel. It looks like it's a clip from his radio show where he addressed it and he spoke on it. So I'm going to hear what he has to say. And if I hear what he has to say, child. Right, Yolanda, because again, it's Essence. You know what I'm saying? And everybody at Essence, again, like the night when you like those last 4 or 5 artists, all of them are headliners. All of them are headliners. What's up, El Teddy? All right. Now, I think Earth, Wind, and Fire was there that night too, but don't quote me on that because I don't remember 100%. But I think, um, I think it was. I can't wait for her to get into that 50. That's going to be good. Because let me tell you something. 50 Cent know how to troll with the best of them. Let them fall out. That's going to be a whole situation right there. Because both of them know how to, child. Both of them know how to troll. All right, we got 112 people in the room. Let's do our shit we did not ask for today. If you are new to the channel, we have a segment here called Shit We Did Not Ask For. If you I'm going to tell you what it is, and if it's something that you would want, something that you would buy, something you would like to see, it is a 1. If it is something that you would not like, buy, or see, it is a 2. If it's a hell no, it's something that I wouldn't like, buy, or see, it's a 3. And of course, if you are a member, you have your emojis and you can drop your emojis. What's up, Danny? Hey, boo. Now, this is one I saw this about a week ago, and I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw it, I said this can't really be real. I really had to like Google it, look it up, and make sure it was a thing because I said this can't be real. This just can't. It just can't be real. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, and then I'm gonna read you the story because y'all are not gonna believe it, just like I didn't believe it. So I'm gonna have to actually read y'all what it is. Okay. It is a menstrual themed breakfast featuring womb-shaped cereal. It has been launched in a bid to kickstart the conversations about periods in the home, in an effort to highlight the lack of period conversation amongst friends and family. Intimate wellness brand Intimina has created Period Crunch, a unique uterus-shaped breakfast cereal. Each and every raspberry flavored piece of cereal is shaped like a uterus, and it is bright red, which dyes the milk a distinctive red. Now we all know, for those of us who eat the Captain Crunch, you know it messes with the color of the bread. The box also includes conversation prompts and a diagram of the female reproductive system for people to identify where the uterus is located in the body. Why y'all can't just make it a pamphlet and give it out at the grocery store? That's what it looked like. And in case y'all are wondering, this came from Yahoo News. It was posted on May the 26th. So it is a thing. It is a thing. Y'all, I don't want to eat nothing called period nothing. I certainly don't want to drink red milk named after period something. And I don't want to eat nothing that looks like my uterus. I'm sorry. I don't want no parts of this. Listen, I don't want no parts of this. Who thought this was a good idea at all? Anywhere in America. Who thought this was a good idea? And the thing, Miss Sharon, is I do think that the conversation is important, but my mama, okay, I'm trying to think back to when my mama had to sit down and have a conversation with me about my menstrual. I don't think that my mama taking out a box of cereal, pouring milk over the cereal, and us talking about what happens to a woman's body once a month is going to really make me, like, I would probably get sick. It's raspberry flavored, Bap. It's raspberry flavored. Yes. Smoking the same thing the Walmart marketing team was smoking. Child. Oh Lord. Anyway, so that's like I said, when I saw it, I literally had to look it up because I was like, this can't be real. Like this just can't be real. Like this is a joke. This is something left over from April Fool's Day. Like this is not a real thing. But no, it's a real thing. All right. First dudes don't want to eat. Oh Lord. All right, moving on. Okay. All right, let's get into this next situation. So listen, we have T.I., his son King, and this whole situation that happened down to the Waffle House. Y'all, T.I. just make my ass itch. Like, and I used to like T.I. Like, I really used to be a fan. Like, I really used to like T.I. But exactly, El Teddy. Exactly. Exactly. El Teddy said, what the hell am I going to do with fallopian tubes in my mouth? Exactly. What's up, YBS Mary? Hey, boo. Next, they're going to have labor, Chris. Not T.I. passing ignorance down like an inheritance. Child. So, King was down to the Waffle House and he got into an altercation. I mean, not an altercation. He got into an argument with the cook down to the Waffle House. I guess the cook didn't make his food right or something, and they got to arguing down to the Waffle House. And while they were arguing, thank you, y'all. Absolutely, y'all. El Teddy just did a politics of it all. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. While they were arguing, King made comments along the lines of, you know, I make more than your paycheck. I got more than your paycheck in my pocket right now. He proceeded to take out a stack of money. He talked to that person, because I'm assuming, I think it was a man, talked to that man like he wasn't shit, talked down to him, you know, basically because I'm rich and I got it and you ain't shit because you working at the Waffle House. No, Ice Cube, no, there was a difference. Ice Cube was actually my husband. I had to divorce him. Like, that was a whole situation. I have been married to Ice Cube since his NWA days. Okay. I have been married to Ice Cube since before he was Doughboy. And we had to get divorced. That was the whole situation. I just used to like T.I.'s music. I was never attracted to T.I. I never said that I liked T.I. like that. I just was a fan of his music. I liked his music. I got a couple of his albums, you know. But so I thought that was despicable. I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was despicable. I thought it was disrespectful. I was like, that you are embarrassing your family. You are embarrassing, you know, like that is, in my mind, I'm thinking, wow, like I know that they're sitting somewhere cringing, like, oh my gosh, we didn't raise him like this. We didn't raise him to talk to people that way. He's on live talking to people crazy. Like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It was hard, Tracy. It was hard to divorce him. I still forget sometimes that we're not married. Every once in a while, I'll slip up and forget that we're not married. It was a lot. It was hard. It was hard. First of all, two geeks, you're absolutely correct. First of all, it's not your money anyway. It's not your money. It's your parents' money. And again, maybe I'm old fashioned. I know I never raised a rich kid, but why is your 18-year-old child walking around with a stack of money in his pocket? Like, why he just walking around with a stack of cash in his pocket? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the fact that he whipped out a stack of cash and slammed it on the counter. That, I was like, what? What? First of all, Kanye West made a comment the other day about how he ain't touched cash in 4 years. That's probably the kind of rich person I would be, because I barely touch cash now. I barely touch, and I ain't rich by any stretch of the imagination. I just barely touch cash. I use my debit card, whatever. Why is your 18-year-old child walking around with a stack of money in his pocket? So I'm thinking, they got to be embarrassed by this, right? They've got to be. So T.I. decides to go live. And I wish he had just shut the fuck up. Because T.I. proceeds to say that, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't have the exact quote, y'all. But he proceeds to say that he wished that King would not have argued with the man because he has less than them. And he really shouldn't waste his time arguing with people that have less than, because they're going to already feel some kind of way because you have what they don't have. And you've achieved things that they haven't achieved. First of all, he ain't achieved shit. It's your money, not his money. That's number one. Number two, how dare you reduce what your child did and said to this person who was at their job minding their damn business to they just jealous of us? Because that's really what you said. You said it in your T.I. way. You tried to throw big words in there. You tried to act like motherfuckers can't follow your conversation because you think you have better vocabulary than everybody else, when you really just sound like Damon Wayans on Living Color. Y'all remember that skit that they used to do on, for people, L. Teddy gonna remember, he old like me. Y'all remember the skit that Damon Wayans used to do on Living Color where he was in jail and he used to use those big ass words, and like think that, how dare you think, because if you take out all the big ass words that you probably didn't even use appropriately, all you basically saying is, oh, well, they just mad because they don't have the money you have. They just mad because, they haven't done anything with their life. They mad because they working at the Waffle House and you eating at the Waffle House. That Oswald base. Thank you, Leo Brown. Absolutely. You know what I'm talking about. That is exactly what you said, which is exactly what your son said. He said it in an 18-year-old version, but that's exactly what your son said. Your son said, you just mad. I make more. I got more in my pocket than you make than your paycheck. That has got to be probably the most disrespectful shit. See, all my people know Oswald. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Oswald. Yep. It was one line he said something as quoted from the Greek philosopher Massengill. Me and my friends used to say that line all the time. The Greek philosopher Massengill. I was like, wow. But the fact that you thought that was cool, I'm just like, and again, after T.I. said, he said a lot of stuff, but I think what did it for me, the final thing for me, was when he said that he goes to his daughter's gynecologist appointments to make sure she's still a virgin. That had to be the most misogynistic thing I've probably heard in a long fucking time. First of all, you ignorant to think that you're just ignorant. There's so many things wrong with that statement. I can't go back down that road. Okay, Tabitha, thank you. You got to go water your veggies. I saw your little garden, girl. Good luck with that. Good luck with your garden. Child, never piss the cook off. Are you stupid? And they're wondering why people don't want to work these guys. Right, because that man was down there minding his good damn business down to the Waffle House. Minding his good damn business. My question is, if you so fucking highfalutin, why are you eating at the Waffle House? If it's so beneath you, take your ass somewhere else then. How about that? So then T.I., I guess people would say he felt the need to defend it again. So then he's going to talk about he's an honor roll student that just graduated high school with honors. I don't give a fuck. You can still be an asshole and be a good student. You could be an asshole with all A's. Like, those two things don't mean, one doesn't mean anything. 1 + 1 don't equal 2 in that equation. So you have basically just defended your son's behavior. You've just reaffirmed your son's behavior, which means that he has no incentive to try and be a better person. He has no incentive to do anything different. None. The minute he would have mentioned my mama, I would have told his pink lip ass to tell his parents to stop. Ooh. Ooh. Originally, he was arguing with a woman, and the man stepped in. See, that's even worse. See, that's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse, y'all. Child, I can't. I can't. All right, y'all. So that's that. I didn't go listen to every single live because I could only do a few minutes. It was just so ignorant to me. All I could say is King looked just like his mama. I remember the show. Okay. I remember the show with T.I. and Tiny, Family Business, whatever the shit was called. I remember the show, and I remember this was a couple of years ago. King was in school. He was probably in middle school back then. And I remember he had gotten in trouble because he was being disrespectful to the teacher. He was on the phone during class. He was on FaceTime with his other friends during class. And I remember then he was disrespectful to the teacher. And T.I. and Tiny were basically like, sir, all we ask you to do is go to school and get good grades. Like, that's all you have to do. And he told them, well, I don't like school and I want to drop out. I just want to focus full time on my music. I want to drop out of school. And they were like, but you're not dropping out of school and you're going to be respectful to the teacher. But I'll say all that to say, in that moment, I feel like they said and did the right thing because they told him that it was inappropriate for him to disrespect his teacher and this, that, and the other. But his response in that moment was, well, she ain't saying nothing. They were like, why are you on FaceTime? Like, he was literally going live on Instagram during class. And he was like, the teacher ain't talking about nothing. The teacher boring. Like, that was his attitude then. So this isn't new. You're not going to convince me that this is something new that y'all haven't dealt with because we saw it on the show. It was I don't think it was the last season because I didn't look at the last season, but the season before, it was the season after they came back. It was a season when they came back and they added Monica and LaToya Luckett to the show. When they added them to the show, it was that season. I didn't look at the last season, but it was there. But yeah, he literally was on FaceTime in class. And he was rude then. He was disrespectful then. He was in middle school, Jane. I don't know exactly his age, but he wasn't in high school yet. Or if he was in high school, he was like a ninth grader. He might have been in high school. He might have, because he just graduated. So that might have been about 3 or 4 years ago. Her and Nene racing to get them, you know what? Doing this. Because that's what would make it make sense that he looked just like his mom. But that was the question I was going to ask before or after. But, you know, they give me education isn't a top priority and they'll fight the teacher tease. They give me, I'm going to do what looks good on camera, but that ain't really what we doing. Because if y'all really had nipped that shit in the bud back then, he wouldn't be so comfortable to put that on his social media now. I'm not saying he wouldn't still be disrespectful because let's be clear, parents can't follow their kids around everywhere and all the time. So shit happens. So let's be clear about that. I ain't gonna sit here and say that, oh, well, just because the parent is hard on their kids. No. Kids are gonna do what kids are gonna do. But if he knew that y'all wouldn't co-sign that bullshit, he wouldn't be so quick to put it on his social media. Now, that don't mean he wouldn't have cussed somebody out and somebody else would have been like, oh, shit, that's King. And, you know, them videotaping it and them uploading it, that's a different... If this were like a video of him arguing with somebody and somebody uploaded it, I'd be like, okay, he was out there acting a fool. But the fact that it was him streaming it himself and let it stay up there, and then his daddy came out and defended it, that's the problem. Because you can raise your kids with all of the values and everything and the expectations and hold them accountable. You can do all the right things and your kids still are going to do what they're going to do because that's what people are. People have their own personalities. You give them the best that you got and you pray on it, right? But the fact that he left it up there and he didn't think he had done nothing wrong, They said he had a high SAT score, but that don't mean shit either. It is the problem, right? T.I. better yank him up before the streets do. Folks don't care. Well, he was on his social media this weekend posting he done got 3-4 tattoos this weekend. I guess that's what that stack of money was in his hand, and he went and got a bunch of damn tattoos. He got a neck tattoo and child. He got a bunch of damn tattoos. He's tatted up. He just graduated from high school like last week, and even in the picture I saw, because I you know. Y'all know I can be a little old-fashioned about stuff. Y'all know I can be real. And the picture that I saw from the graduation, I thought was a little, because he was in his cap and gown, and it was at the graduation, and T.I. and Tiny both had on jeans. I think T.I. had on jeans and a t-shirt, and Tiny had on like sweatpants and a t-shirt. Now I do think that the t-shirt was like a shirt for him, like class of whatever. But I just feel like that's what you wear to the cookout after the graduation. I just don't feel like that's how you show up to your child's graduation. And I know he was in some damn high ass, private school down in Atlanta. He wasn't at public school. He wasn't at the damn Atlanta public school. He was at some old private school. And that's how y'all showed up to y'all son's graduation. Again, that's how you show up to the cookout. That ain't how you show up to the graduation. You wear you a nice ass outfit, put you a damn dress on with some heels, put you a suit on, like that is how you show up to a damn, in my opinion. Now, maybe that's just me being old, but that's just how I feel. Them tattoos gonna look real different in a ripped shirt. Stop playing in them streets. Right. I agree. People just come out the house looking like anything. And don't get me wrong, my wardrobe 90% of the time is t-shirt and jeans or t-shirt and khakis or whatever. Like, I'm not a dress up every time I go out the house kind of person, but I feel like I dress for the occasion. If I'm going to somebody's graduation, I'm going to wear, I think something appropriate to the graduation. Hell, when I go to the graduation at the school where I work, sometimes that's the first time my kids have seen me in a dress all year, because I don't wear dresses regularly. That's not my regular thing. Now, I dress, shut up, El Teddy. I dress for work. You know what I'm saying? I wear slacks and blouses and stuff like that to work. I mean, I wear my jeans and stuff too. But I don't wear a dress every day to work. I don't wear skirts every day to work. I have, but that's not my regular uniform. But certainly at the graduation, I do. King was in public school when he had that fight in the school restroom. Oh, really? Well, he probably got kicked out of the private school, because I told you he was disrespectful to the teacher. Let me tell you something. Them private schools don't deal with that shit. You be disrespectful to the teacher if you want to. They'll put your ass out and keep it moving. Especially them higher end ones. Oh, yeah, they'll put your ass out and keep it moving. Well, he might have graduated from public school. Hell, he might have. Maybe he was in the public school. But I'm sure it's because his ass got kicked out. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm sure, but I feel like. I must be old-fashioned, too, because a t-shirt and jeans is not graduation attire. I don't think so. T.I. and his weird family are hood country, money can't buy class. You better say it again for the people in the back. Say it again for the people in the back. El Teddy, y'all said did you watch Basketball Wives? If you watch Basketball Wives, you are invited to come and cut up tonight with us. I believe he's smart when I see him work a decent math equation or write a decent paragraph. Child. Because see, all of them think that all they're gonna do is go to college. I mean, is make some music and they're gonna be make money. Like, that's what they think they're gonna do. You know what, Jarrell? I didn't mean to make it sound like just because you at public school that you don't dress up. Because I heard myself when I said it. That's not what I meant. Because, like I said, I teach at a public school and I dress up. So I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean for it to come out like that. But I'm just saying, I know what I thought that I knew. That he was at a private school where them parents is dressed up. Because listen, I've been working in public school long enough to know that you have some that do and you have some that don't. And for them to be one of the ones that don't surprise me. For them to be the parents that showed up at the graduation in jeans and a t-shirt, that surprised me. Them candy friends, at least Riley turned out right. Yeah, Riley looked like, and Riley is spoiled, and she looked like she could be a little bratty, but I also feel like Candy would yank her ass up if she out there in them Atlanta streets embarrassing her. Oh, you have a meeting tonight. Now I knew what you meant, but when you realized that he may not have went to public school, right? Yeah, it didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. Boosie, I can't with him. Because his ignorant ass was at his son's graduation. Both of them got their middle fingers up in the picture. I don't think that's appropriate either. It's just some shit I just don't think is appropriate that you do with your kids. At least not at that age. I mean, he literally just graduated from high school, so he can't be more than what, 18, 19 years old. I'm not standing in the picture with my mama at my high school graduation with my finger up. I'm just not doing that. That's not what we're doing together. We're not doing that together. You know what, Belize? I wouldn't be surprised at that either. Belize said she wouldn't be surprised if T.I. and Grand Hustle end up in a RICO case. I wouldn't be surprised either. Right, and if Candy don't get her mama, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Mama Joyce, but Mama Joyce will yoke her ass up too. Believe that. Believe that. All right, y'all. Let's get to this last story. Listen, we had 130-something people in this chat. Thank you. If you are not subscribed to the channel, if you found me, stumbling through these YouTube streets, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And for those of you that are in here hanging out, y'all go on and hit that like button for me, please. It is both what? Free 99. It is free 99. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, baby. So listen, y'all. We know that this week we have the debut of a new Real Housewives franchise happening this week. It is the Real Housewives of Dubai. I think the debut. What is the debut? Does it debut tomorrow? It debuts this week sometime. I gotta look at the date because I don't forgot. But it looks like that there is some spell check. I mean, Lord, I'm reading the chat. It says spell check. It seems like there's something brewing with Andy Cohen, this franchise, and the people down to, it's June 1st, so it's tomorrow. Thank you. And the people down to the Dubai and how they feel about what's going on. So let me read y'all this story. Now I heard this story last week, and I was going to do a quick drop on it, and I think I forgot, and I never worked my way back around. But we're going to talk about it a little bit now. According to, now this is coming from the Jasmine brand. According to reports, a group of 12 human rights organizations recently banded together in issuing a joint letter disapproving of the network's upcoming reality series, Real Housewives of Dubai. The letter addressed to Andy Cohen, Bravo, its parent company, NBC Universal, and production company Truly Original, accuses the Real Housewives of Dubai of covering up the Emirates' legal abuse against women and people of the LGBTQ plus community, explaining concerns over filming in the United Arab Emirates. The group wrote. Now I gotta read this letter because, child. Hold on. Oh, hold on. The writing is a little small, so y'all know I gotta do this. Okay. Dear Andy Cohen and a bunch of other people, we are deeply concerned by your decision to produce and launch the latest edition of the Real Housewives series in Dubai. Dubai is an absolute monarchy that is part of the dictatorship of the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. By setting the Real Housewives franchise inside of Dubai, you are helping the UAE dictatorship hide its male rulers' misogyny, legalized homophobia, and mass violence against women. This is what I'm going to say. None of that is a secret. So the fact that NBC Universal, Bravo, Truly Original, Andy Cohen all decided to move forward with this series, it tells me how they feel, because none of that is a secret. Like, there's not a secret that that's a male-dominated, misogynistic society. It's not a secret that, LGBTQ is prohibited by law. Like, none of this is new information. Like, they didn't just pass these laws last week. Like, it didn't just happen. And so I'm not saying that people shouldn't bring up awareness. I'm not saying that people should have a problem. I'm just saying that they don't care. Because if they cared, they would have taken that into consideration months ago. And my other thing is this, and again, I'm not saying that they wrong for bringing this up, but they've been advertising this show for 6 months. We found out about the Real Housewives of Dubai. I think we found out about that before the new year. Why you wait until the show get ready to debut? Because the letter, let me make sure I'm right, because the letter is dated. Yeah, the letter is dated May 25th. Why I ain't start this campaign back in December? You might have, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you might have gained some traction. But now you've allowed Bravo to advertise. They just had a premiere party this weekend. They've posted the trailer. Like, you've allowed Bravo to sort of get in front of the train. And I'm trying to figure out why you didn't post this like 6 months ago. Hey, Queen Diva, what's up, boo? Right, none of this is new or secret. Enslaved human labor in the Arab countries is still legal. Are you gonna say it or am I? Because this sounds like none of my business. So does that mean Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac should be removed because of the way Black Americans are mistreated in the U.S.? Well, I think it's a little different because even though racism is still very much alive in the United States, it's not the legally systemic. I mean, not anymore. I mean, it still happens. But I mean, again, I'm not saying that people aren't right to have an opinion. I'm not even saying that people shouldn't band together. And if you don't feel comfortable watching it, you want to boycott it, do you? But we know that Bravo don't give a damn about the people here. Hey, Yogi, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Philly, what's up? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't listen. I don't know. But I do know that it's going to take a whole lot more pressure from a whole lot of other directions for Bravo to cut and run. I'm sorry. Diamond says she ain't watching it anyway. I just want to know if this group of women that wrote the letter went to find Princess Latifah, who's been missing. They trying to promote a nonprofit to scam the folks. We need new faces. Sorry, but tired of what's out now. Humans to this day are trafficked in that country. That's not Bravo's issue. So they're mad at reality show made in the country. I mean, I don't know what they think that not doing a show. I don't know what they like. I don't know. I don't know. And again, I'm not saying that they shouldn't try to bring attention. I'm not saying they're wrong for trying. That is not what I'm saying, but it's just it's interesting to me. Yeah. What we find entertaining is not necessarily moral. The ship has sailed. Well, now that's the truth. You ain't lying about that. That ship has absolutely sailed. And I hate to say that too, but the ship has sailed. Anyway, those issues were before the show was even a thought. Yeah. That's like other countries boycotting the USA because of mass shootings. Well, yeah. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. I don't know. It's just interesting to me that why are we just getting here now? They've been advertising this show for 6 months. They were filming it. Like they filmed the show. Because I remember that it first leaked. I did a quick drop on this months ago. Anyway, well, I hate to say all that and then say we're going to be watching it, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see what's going on. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to watch it. Anyway, do not forget, we will be over on Yocrates' channel this today for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We will be discussing the Real Housewives of, we will be discussing Basketball Wives. The Real Housewives did not come on. So we'll be discussing Basketball Wives. We will be over on y'all's channel. Y'all know he cuts up, honey. Y'all know that y'all cuts up. Dubai locals are bashing the show. Well, here's what's interesting. A friend of mine went to Dubai, And she was explaining to me, she said basically, oh, hold on, y'all. I thought I had taken the banner off, child. Yeah. A friend of mine, she just went to Dubai a couple of months ago, and what she was saying was that the the area where people go when they go to Dubai, like the tourist stuff, that's not like that ain't where people live. Like that is legit just a it's like when you it's like coming to Washington D.C. and only staying downtown near the White House. Like you are legit just in a tourist area. You ain't going into all the other areas of DC, the good, the bad, or the ugly. Like you are legit just staying in downtown DC. So she was saying that a lot of like the real people who live there, they don't live in the areas where you go when you go to visit Dubai. Like it is all there for tourists. Like it is all just tourist attractions. And so I feel like the problem or the issue might be the fact that the show sort of goes behind that wall that they've put up. Like, you know, you have the touristy Dubai, but maybe this show has gone beyond that because it's gone up into, you know, behind the Iron Curtain, for lack of a better word. Hopefully the show brings some of these issues to light because the trafficking over there is awful. Listen, I was gonna I was offered a job to go teach in Dubai. They were looking for teachers. This was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And it was a company and they were actually going out and recruiting. And a friend of mine, she's still over there now. She found herself a husband and everything now. But she was like, you know, basically she gave them my name and stuff and they called me and they were interested in, you know, I did the interview and everything and they actually offered me a job. And then I was like, I started reading. It was so interesting because around the same time that I did my interview, there was this thing going on where they were kidnapping teachers and setting them on fire. I said, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay right the hell. I'm right here. Stay right here." They was kidnapping teachers and setting them on fire because they didn't want the teachers teaching the girls. I said, "No, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm good. I'm good." They do have a Real Housewives of South Africa. It's just not on the main Bravo channel. But they do have one. It's just not on the main Bravo channel. They have the Real Housewives of Lagos. They have South Africa. And it's another country. It's just not on the main channels. We got all those problems here. We want to act so enlightened. When you visit another country, a culture, you got to check, relax your ideas of what should be acceptable, what is legal in other places. Yeah, that's true. Everything is different. Yeah, Johannesburg. Thank you, Belize. Yep, they have the Real Housewives of Johannesburg. Yeah. I'm just on the lab medicine team. Y'all better not say nothing negative about Malaysia. Well, I am, so you better go on and get ready because I got some shit to say about Malaysia. I do. My high school friend teaches there too. We went to visit in 2016. It's beautiful but different. Yeah. And that's what my friend was saying. My friend was like, it's beautiful. Like, she was like, it's cool. She said, I wouldn't go back. You know, it was what it was, but that's one of the things she said. She said that the cab drivers were really rude. She said the cab drivers were really rude to her. She said as a woman. She said a lot of the locals that she interacted with, they don't have no use for a woman. She said because it was her husband, and her daughter. And she said if she asked the cab driver or the Uber driver, whoever, she asked him something, he would like ignore her. But if the husband asked the exact same question, he would be like, "Oh, well, da 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 da." The exact same question. Child, now we need the Real Housewives of the Burning Bush. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here so I can take care of some stuff before we go live at 9:00. I do have some uploads, but it's all old stuff. I did my Real Housewives I did my Basketball Wives, so that is up. My Love and Marriage Huntsville is getting ready to be uploaded. The Real World Homecoming, the latest episode, that's getting ready to be uploaded. So I'm trying to get caught up, y'all. But not sure if I'm gonna be able to get anything else uploaded before the live tonight. But if I can get another one uploaded, I will. But thank y'all for being here. I had a lot of people in here. So if anybody shared it, shared this video on their wall, usually when my numbers go up like this, is because people shared it and I find out after I get off of the live. So if anybody shared this on their wall, thank you so much. If you guys came here because you saw it on somebody else's wall, thank you so much. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Shout out to the other content creators who were in here today. Of course, my girl Ebby Reviews, El Teddy 27. Of course, Yocrates, where we'll be in about 2 hours or hour and a half, give or take. My girl Miss Honey, Tabitha, I saw all of them in here. V Lenore, usually when I get off of here, she's one of the content creators that I found out after I get off of here that has shared it. And so thank you, V Lenore. Also, Peace Love, same thing. I usually find out after the fact. Peace Love has shared my live. I saw Miss T Velocity in here. So if I missed you, Make It Make Sense was in here. So if I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow. If El Teddy, we may be doing a teacher project tomorrow. But I'll let you guys know. But if not, we'll be here tomorrow and I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah! Peace.